Would you like to learn how to do the Arcane makeup style like this on your face? Well, keep watching this video because I have a very bad tutorial for you to follow. Hi everybody, today, since everybody has been asking for it, we are going to be doing an Arcane makeup tutorial. So the main sort of things I'm going to be using is this face paint palette. It's the You Can Be Athena palette. I got this a while ago and it's like my favorite thing right now. Okay, so my first suggestion is going to be to find a reference photo to use. I would just use whatever character has a similar skin tone to you or a similar face shape. I'm going to be using Jinx because that's the main character I cosplay. Just on my laptop right there. So the first step of the Arcane makeup is going to be to mark down where all the highlights and the shadows are going to be. So you can use one of these like little highlight sticks, but mine's like broken, so I am just going to use like a makeup brush. The most important part is going to be the eyes. That's just my opinion. So the white part, I'm looking at my reference photo right now, it's going to go right here. So it's going to be, there's like pink on my brush right now. It's going to be white there. And then it's going to be dark around the eyes. It's going to be dark there. And then usually they accentuate those eye bags. Those are fun. And then the nose contour. Just kind of follow the lines of your own nose, but make it, I don't want to say like geometrical. Like any sort of place where there's going to be shadows, you're just going to like outline that. Like, so I'm going to use this just to like draw out what my face looks like almost like a comic book style, you could say. Also, I'm like breaking out right now, so please ignore that. And then here. So here. And then, yeah. Usually, they have these in this art style. You're just gonna fill that in because that's gonna be filled in later. To finish doing the nose, I would connect this, honestly, right here. And because this is just the shape of my nose, that's what I'm doing. Basically, you want to outline everything. This is just a messy sketch, guys. I promise it will get better. And then if you have one of these, that's the wrong color. Do that. And that's kind of how I'm gonna start. This is gonna be your shadows, what your shadows are gonna be. And then the white, you know, the highlights of the face, here, 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 here. I'd put some here, here, here. Further this, doing some here. The next step is going to be putting a mid-tone down, which is going to be in between the color of the white and then the shadows. So it's going to be my skin tone. I just want something more even. You can use your foundation or your concealer, which is what I usually use, but since I've been getting really into these face paints, I'm going to try something new. I mix my face paint to make my skin tone, so I'm just going to use that, just because my skin's been really agitated lately, and I find this face paint is a lot easier to wipe off and remove, so I'm going to do that. Look at that, it's pretty close match, right? And then later we're going to reiterate those shadows and highlights. I'm honestly gonna blend over a lot of these because this is just a messy map of where I want things to be. It's a little dark. Use. I am covering my lips at the moment, but that's just because I'm gonna redraw them on. I'm just gonna go in with some white to reiterate the highlights because okay, so after the base, we're going to reiterate those highlights and shadows, and to achieve the Arcane style, you don't want it to be fully blended. You want that paintbrush look. Go right here, and we're going to blend this one. It's a weird mix of very blended and very unblended. So this sharp line, this top one's going to blend, but these two side ones aren't going to blend. Okay, and then for my nose, because of the shape it is, I'm going to do a little U here for this highlight. Though, depending on the shape of your nose, you're going to do a different shape, probably. And then it's going to connect in a gradient right here. And then remember, these are gradient, not the gradient, on the top, not on the sides. Here. You kind of want to connect the eyebrow into the cheek one, in my opinion. It helps make your eyes look bigger. Okay, going to reiterate those eyes again. We have this highlight here, the eyes, eyebrows, cheek, that's the chin, a little bit of highlights here, but these aren't too important. Then the lips we're gonna outline and a highlight as well. I'm gonna mix my mid-tone with a shadowy purpley color because Arcane uses a lot of purple. And then I'm just gonna put that everywhere where I marked my shadows. I apologize if I'm bad at explaining stuff. I would just kind of copy me and then see where you get and then ask questions later. It's looking a little too purple, so I'm gonna add in a little bit of black to dull it and then a more yellowy brown to make it less purple. I'm gonna take a darker color than that shadow I made and then just put it under my under eye. And I'm not gonna bring it all the way around to the front, I'm just gonna put it right here. Then kind of blend it up. I'm gonna take that slightly darker color that I used for right here and I'm gonna put it on the bottom of my nose right here. I'm gonna connect with this because they all have that nose shadow kind of at all times. So these, it's not the shadows that have to be super dark, it's the outline. But then I'm gonna take some dark brown and I'm gonna go like this. Right? Basically I just outline everything a little bit. I think the gradient right here is helpful. So this dark color here to a lighter color. It's too purple around the eyes as well. So I'm gonna use that more yellowy brown to cancel out the purple and draw right there. So first, this is gonna be the first non-face paint item I use. I'm gonna use a lip liner because the face paint is too wet. I need something that will keep its shape. You're just gonna line your lips like normal. I would just make it a little bit more pointy, if that makes sense. So instead of going like this, I'm gonna go like that. Put a point here, get a flat here, yeah, a point here. The light brown is pink, and it says cutting out mauve, but I actually really like it. And I think it's important that your lip liner is brown, not like a, this one is a pinkish brown. That's a dark purpley brown, mixed with a little bit of red, so like a dark maroon. And then I'm just gonna put shadows right here. So this is gonna be highlighted here, and then shadowed here, here, and then just in the middle. Through here, I would do darker on the outside and then blend that in so the lightest part is in the middle. So I'm getting a little bit of white and mixing it with my mauve color to do some highlights now. And I'm gonna reline my lips, but this time with face paint because I want to get a very specific dark color. That looks pretty good. I'm just gonna blend that a little bit. Alright, I'm gonna blend these lines a little bit because they're too harsh for my. Next is eyebrows, and then we're done with the face paint, and I would go with a powder, so like eyeshadow, and then that will help your look stay, and it will also help it look more matte and not like makeup. I'm gonna use this actual paintbrush. I'm gonna use a dark brown mixed with black and some purple. And then just go along with the shape of your eyebrows, but exaggerate it. So I'm going like this. I would lift it a little bit here to get that arcane look. This is just how I do on my eyebrows. I would extend them a little too, because that's fun. Okay. And so the eyebrows aren't completely opaque. It's just gonna be like a light film over the top to make it look like the shape. Darker brown, and I'm gonna get the front and I'm gonna get the ends. For eyeshadow, we're gonna be using the same colors and then just like a whole lot of white to make it press down on our face. I'm gonna use this one, one's good, and then a fluffy one. So first, I'm gonna just put some white around the highlight area to make sure those stay. I'm gonna reiterate those highlights so they don't look fake and bad, because you want your skin to be matte. So I used too much purple, so I'm gonna go in with a yellowy brown eyeshadow, and I'm gonna fix it. This is a much better shadow tone for me. That. Okay, so a little discovery. I just started using a lip liner to do the lines, and it looks so much better because it blends with my skin tone better. So like here, here, no, and then blend. Here, blend, 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 blend. Okay, we're looking a lot better now. I'm liking this more. I also don't like this shape, so I'm gonna blend that out. Okay, so For the eyes, you do want to make your eyes look bigger. So that means you're gonna need a white like cream pencil and you're gonna put it on your waterline. And I would do it even lower than your waterline because I want to look extra big. Now that we're at this state, now we can start using like a dark brown. I'm gonna use eyeshadow as eyeliner brown, and I'm gonna use it black. And then I'm just gonna use like a tiny flat brush. It's a lot smaller. Dark brown just on that brush, and I'm gonna just go right here basically. I'm gonna give myself a little bit of a wing, and then I'm gonna go below this waterline. It's looking pretty good. That's kind of what I want that to look like. It's fun. I'm gonna use like a mauve color again and have that on top. I want to blend here because I think that would be fun. I'm going to use a dark purple, and I'm just going to make sure there's not too much on my brush. Under here. I like adding this point here because it makes my eyes look bigger for the style. This is not really an Arcane thing, this is just a me thing. Okay, now I think it's time we start using some black to fully tie it in. It's kind of reminding me of like the Brawler vibe look that came out. Because my lip color is dark, I am using black to outline them. I'm gonna do a few bigger ones and then I'm gonna do a bunch of tiny ones. And this is because I do have freckles, I just usually cover them with makeup. I'm gonna use this pointy brush. This is an actual paintbrush as well. And then I'm gonna use, I suggest also for freckles, you do the same color as your natural hair color. So my natural hair color is like a light brown. But since I dyed my hair brown, I'm gonna do like a medium brown. I'm going to do a few more highlights that I think retouching, and then we're gonna be done. And then a little highlight here. Yeah. Do a few little lines. And here, make sure to kind of blend them into the skin so they're not super stark. Okay, so this is gonna be the finished look. This is without, you know, setting powder or setting spray or lashes, which I would wear to a con. This is just kind of for the tutorial. And yeah,